Hey, all my amazing friends, it's your girl Shelly V, and welcome back.
Hey, all right. Hi, guys.
It's at the end of 2024. We're getting ready to start a whole new year, 2025, and your girl is feeling some kind of way. And what that way is I think I want a divorce from the natural hair community.
What?
Now, hear me out. I know that sounds crazy, and I may get canceled after what I have to say, but it's been kind of like something that I've been thinking quite a bit about, and I've just been trying to internalize it and really think through all of what I'm feeling. And what I'm feeling is, I didn't know that the natural hair community even existed. Like when I was natural in the early 2000s, I knew nothing about a natural hair community. I don't even know if it was around during that time, but if it was, I clearly didn't know. So fast forward to this time, becoming natural, I, lo and behold, found the natural hair community via YouTube, which I love, YouTube University. And from there, wanting to share my natural hair journey, pretty much it was because of what happened to my hair that catapulted me into the space to like really start sharing it in long form. Because before that, I was just sharing it on YouTube and not YouTube. I was just sharing it on Instagram and all of that good stuff. But then when I felt compelled to share my story of what had happened to my poor little baby strands, it led me to be here on YouTube. So it's become a way bigger thing than I ever imagined it would. Not like I have a ton of followers, but just with, you know, everything. And those who know if you've been following for any period of time.
We do not care.
So with that said, what I've taken notice of is that the natural hair community in general is very judgmental, and I don't understand it. I really don't. And I've tried to understand it, and at points I've been very judgmental too. Like when I first got into the no oils and butters whole methodology, I was so judgmental of people who were using oils and butters in their hair. Like I literally was like, oh no,
Just ratchet.
and then anyone who used heat in their hair or straightened their hair, I was just like, oh my gosh, you're using heat. Oh, you know? And then like, even I became kind of a product snob.
I only use botanically based gels and salon brand, shampoos and conditioners and blah, 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 blah.
And look where that got me. It got me to a straight big chop in April of this year. So with all of that said, I've played my little role in it too. So I get it from that standpoint, but I don't get, honestly, why we do that to one another. There's no other ethnicity that will jump on your back and get after you in a not so nice way because you choose to wear your hair a certain way, or you choose to do certain things with your hair or to your hair, or put certain things in your hair like heat. I don't understand it. Now, that leads me into the whole reason behind this video, and that is in 2025, I truly want to walk a different walk with my hair, meaning I want to do whatever I want to my hair. When my hair was long, I did not enjoy it because I was too afraid to do anything to it, because I felt bound by all these rules. I felt bound by, like, I couldn't use sulfates. Sulfates, that just sounds stanky. But I couldn't use sulfates. I felt like I couldn't use parabens. I couldn't use silicones. I couldn't use direct heat. I couldn't, use oils and anything that had oils and butters in them. Like, there were all these rules. If I got my hair cut, I had to get a curly cut, because otherwise if I was wearing it curly and I wasn't getting it cut the way that I was wearing it 90% of the time, then that was wrong too. There were so many rules, and I'm done with it. Like literally over it, done with it, want no parts of it. I want to do whatever I want to do to my hair. That may be a whole lot of something or a whole bunch of nothing. I don't know. But I don't want to walk around and feel a level of anxiety because I'm like, oh my gosh, is the natural hair community going to drag me because I want to wear my hair pulled back and slicked back, or I want to flat iron my hair, which I've been doing both things, but I still have this level of anxiety of every time I wash my hair after I flat iron it, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I have some straight pieces? What if my curls don't bounce back? And that anxiety was heightened because I have not worn a wash and go for almost 2 months. I've been wearing my hair just slicked back in a little like puff, and that's it. Well, when I washed it the other day to do a wash and go, by the way, just because I know we's nosy and we want to know and see all the things, I use this L'Oreal Elvive Power Restore leave-in. It can be used as a co-wash, a rinse out. It's amazing. It makes your hair feel like butter. Like, it is the bomb.com. It's one of my new favorites. And then I also used Big Poppa as my styler. And last but not least, I created my own little growth oil that I'm trying out just because I want to see what it does. And there's nothing wrong with wearing oil in your hair if you choose to. And if you choose not to, that's fine too, because some people can't. My son can't because he has seborrheic dermatitis. And if I were to put this on his scalp, he would flare up so quick. It would be quicker than a cat could lick its butt. And that's pretty dang quick. But for me, I can use it and I'm fine and I love it. All you have to do is wash your hair properly. Anytime you use anything, I don't care what it is, just wash your hair properly. And it's as easy as that, or at least it has been for me. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Anyways, so I haven't done a wash and go in about 2 months, and I decided, you know what? I want to see what my hair looks like. I want to see how my latest trim that I got in November, at the end of November, what that looks like. And let me just show you what it looks like. I believe this is day 3. Oh, let's do a little shaky poo, because you know we like that too. We like that too. And anywho, when I washed it, I noticed on the side of my hair, this side, where my hair tends to be a little bit looser, and this side also grows faster than this side. But I noticed that my curls were a little bit looser from wearing it, you know, slicked back. Like, they didn't zhush up as quick. And for a brief moment, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, the girls are gonna drag me. Oh. And then I was like that's silly. That is so silly. There should not be that level of anxiety about your own hair and how you choose to wear it. And the honest truth of it is, I don't even care. Like, for me, that's no big deal. It doesn't even matter. And I know it's as easy as probably, and one of my curl friends even mentioned it too. Hey, Esther, mentioned like it's as easy as just wearing your hair curly for a couple weeks and then, you know, it zhushes back, which would happen, I'm sure. But even if it didn't, I don't care like that. Maybe I should, but I don't. And I don't want to anymore. I don't want to be so wrapped up in every little aspect of my hair. And I know that sounds strange coming from me, the person that's been blasting black girl curls and cut it kinky over my hair. But that has to do with right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. You know, and just creating a space where people who are getting ready to possibly implement those methods in their hair can have a space to come and just make sure that they are making a very informed decision. That's all I'll say about that. So, but that's a completely different thing than wanting to be critiqued about my hair. And I haven't really had that. But the fact that I go in and read other people's comments and then I hear what people have to say, where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, we are so hypercritical as a community when it comes to, you know, those that reside within our community and their hair and what they choose to do with their hair or not. And that just makes me sad because, truth be told, like, we should be able to do whatever we want with our hair, however we want, whenever we want, and let that be the extent of it. But for whatever reason, like there's so many rules. Like if I wanted to become a straight natural right now, I guarantee you there would be some people down in the comments that would have their pitchforks out and ready to drag me because they're just like, well then you're not really natural and you're chasing that European standard of beauty, and you know, that's just what you should just embrace your hair as it is and not try to conform and to change it and all that. And I get that. And there was a point that I felt the exact same way. But whatever happened to, hey, I just want to wear my hair straight. I just want a different style. I just want to enjoy it some way other than it being curly or in a wash and go. I don't know. So for me in 2025, and I've alluded to this before, but I wasn't 100% fully committed to it because I was still in the process of figuring out what had happened to my hair and how to repair my hair and how to not let it happen again, and being caught up in sharing what had happened so that others out there could, you know, if it resonated, they would know that they weren't on an island by themselves, you know? I got so caught up in that I lost sight of what's really important to me when it comes to my hair. And what's really important for me as it pertains to my hair is honestly doing whatever the heck I want without having to worry about it. Like, if I want to put heat in my hair and be a straight hair natural, I can be that. Although I don't want the labels either. I just want to do whatever I want with my hair without judgment. And I know that that's a big ask, right? Because it's like, oh, well, sis, you're on, you know, YouTube and you want to do whatever you want and not have anybody say anything to you.
I'm sick still.
It's not that, because I don't mind the criticism per se, right? But I just don't want the level of anxiety that comes with that whenever I'm doing something different to my hair that could possibly change my curl pattern. Like, I don't want to walk in fear that I'm gonna get drugged because, you know, I'm wearing my hair slicked back and now my curls are looser. You know, I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want to, I just don't want to deal with that. And so the best way for me to move forward, besides not being present and just leaving social media in general, is just to not give two rats arses. Damn! You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have to be about it and just be like, I don't care. I don't care. And I'm gonna unapologetically be me and do me, whatever that looks like. So I've already gotten halfway there because I've gone back to caring for my hair the way I used to back in the day. I've just sprinkled in a couple of different things that I didn't use before, like bond builders. And then what's the other thing? Like protein treatments, because I really didn't do protein treatments back then. So I've sprinkled in a couple of different things like that. But outside of that, I've gone back to how I have historically handled my hair and grown my hair. And I'm just gonna fully go back to enjoying my hair. Because when it was long, like I said, I didn't even get to enjoy it. And then all of a sudden it got ruined. And for what? I didn't even get to enjoy it. So this time I'm gonna enjoy it. I don't know what that means. It doesn't mean chemicals, but even if it did, who cares? Because it's my head of hair and I reserve the right to do whatever I want with it because it is mine. And I'm the one that has to walk around with it and all of that. So I do know one thing for sure that I will cue you in on, since we're talking about it as friends. I don't plan to wear wash and goes. I have some thoughts and very strong opinions as it pertains to wash and goes. And without fully getting into it, I will just say a couple things. I don't think that they are necessarily the best style for very tightly curled hair, which I consider myself to have. And then I also feel like my hair just does better overall with stretch styles because I don't get as many single strand knots when my hair is stretched, and it's just easier to handle my hair overall. Like when I go to wash my hair, I can guarantee you that because it's in a wash and go, although a very lovely one, no, because it's in a wash and go, it's gonna be a little bit more tangled than when it is when I take it down from being slicked back and it's stretched and just easy to detangle because it stays more organized. I just think for my head of hair, it's gonna be more conducive to what my overall goals are, which is to grow my hair out long again. And so I'm just gonna do the things that I know will ensure that happens, as well as the things that bring me joy and make me just feel happy and make me feel good showing up in the world. Sometimes, as you can see, that may be a wash and go, and sometimes it won't. So my content honestly may be a little bit like mundane and boring because it's just gonna be like, oh, length check, oh, slick back bun, oh, like, I don't know, a silk press. Until I can take this taper to a draper, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a little bit boring, but what we will see is this hair grow because we've seen it grow so far and we're really happy with where she is and how far she's come. I mean, she has grown a tremendous amount and we are excited about that. But I think in order to get her to where we really want her, we have to just make some adjustments. And my overall desire is just to go back to how things were. And I just used to do things Shelly's way. And that's what I want to return to. So I don't want to be labeled as anything other than someone who enjoys wearing their natural hair. And that comes in all different forms. Straight, curly, slick back, I don't know, roller sets, flexi rod sets. I don't know. It's just whatever. I don't understand why we have to have titles. But also, last thing, if you guys are curious as to my thoughts around wash and goes, let me know down in the comments. You may not like what I have to say. You may not agree with it. I may get drugged through the mud and back again once I share my true thoughts, but they're my thoughts and opinions are like booty holes. Everybody got one, okay? You know, including me. I mean, last time I checked it.
Are you done?
Anywho, TMI. But that's where we is and gonna be, and I'm excited about it, and I can't wait, and I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders since I got that out there. Okay, so that is it. Until next time, bye.